Up at the crack of dawn, I picked up some fresh bagels to bring with me to Toronto, where I was headed for a little over a week.
Une demi-douzaine de sésame et une demi-douzaine de cannelle et raisin, s'il te plaît. Merci.
It was such a fun trip. I saw so many friends and explored so much of the city. I already miss it so much. This is the first part of my stay, a night in the city and a weekend away in the Ontarian countryside. I arrived at Toronto in the afternoon and settled in, did some reading, and rested after my perilous journey. Henry had to work from home, so I was just chilling. Pretending to be productive is a top skill of mine, actually. We're in Toronto. Henry's still working. It's 5:40, but we're going for dinner. So I got dressed, wearing my Cezanne halter top, Oaken Fort. I got this on ThreadUp. It's perfect. Going up to the farm tomorrow for the weekend, and then gonna have 2 days in the city, gonna see the girls. Such good weather all week. I've only really been here in the winter. I have such fun plans this time around. I have a festival tomorrow. Just so much to look forward to. I've been loafing pretty much all day. I took a little walk. Now the vlog truly begins. How cute are these? Velvet Canyon. This is the book I'm reading. This Mournable Body by Tsitsi Dagaremga. I really only started it on my way here. It's quite thick. The narrator, the woman, she writes in the second person. So it's like you when she's talking about herself, which is a cool perspective to read from. It's based also in Zimbabwe. I'm excited to get into it. It's also going to be interesting to read from a different cultural perspective on the way that women are treated and perceived in a non-Western society. So I think it'll be cool. I do want to take a moment to thank Cezanne for sponsoring this video. I love their knits in winter, and their summer collections are just as incredible. Their pieces are super versatile, fun, flirty, elegant. As you'll see throughout this video, throughout my entire trip, practically every single outfit was put together around one of their pieces. I had this beautiful black dress I wore for a special dinner, this halter top I wore to a date night, this other halter top I wore gallivanting around the countryside. I also packed this beautiful one-piece suit I didn't end up wearing. I am saving it for a pool party this summer. It's so flattering. I also wore one of their tops for New Farm. If you want to check out any of the pieces I styled throughout this video, I'll have all of them linked down below. Cezanne truly has pieces that will last you a lifetime. They're timeless. Merci Cezanne. Let's get back to it. We took a short walk when he was done before heading to dinner. It was such beautiful weather.
Okay.
In my eyes, there's nothing more magnificent than golden hour sun hitting leaves. It's just gorgeous.
Off to dinner! Dilo or Dalo?
Dilo.
Dilo. Is it Thai?
I don't even know.
Well, I'm excited either way.
All I know is that deep fried watermelon.
I'm really excited to try that. And like dumplings. I'm down for soy sauce and peanut.
Yeah, that's what they have.
A cute top. Cezanne.
On feet?
Oh, you should have put on your Cezanne sweater. It's not that warm out. Anyway, excited to mug. I'm starving.
How are you?
I really like this neighborhood.
We started with this taco. Mine had octopus and tofu. It was a knockout. The sauce was peanutty and salty, and the taco was anything but dry.
Oh, the shell is like full. That's amazing.
We moved on to the daily special, crispy fried eggplant and fried basil, chili and burrata. You can never go wrong with this combo. I hated eggplant as a child, and now it's my fave veg. It just never misses. This also melted in my mouth, so plus 10 points for that.
Eggplant, cheers.
We then got the shrimp wontons. I hadn't had dumplings in so long, so I was super excited about these. The sauce, once again, was a banger. So peanutty and creamy. I even ended up pouring mine over the fried rice. It was just too good to waste. The truffle rice was a letdown, to be honest. It was not nearly as flavorful as truffle usually promises, and it was dry. The restaurant was dimly lit and loud with conversation, which is a blessing and a curse because although I love when places are busy, it can make conversation really hard. Definitely a great date spot spot if you're into people watching and eavesdropping, which I am unabashedly so. A pleasant surprise was this Caesar salad that wasn't actually salad, but celtis ribbons, so like broccoli stem lettuce. It held the dressing really well. There were also fried escargot in it, which added crispy texture and saltiness. The dressing was Caesar-y, but instead of anchovies, they added fish sauce. This was the epitome of Asian fusion done right. At 6:30 a.m. on the dot, we were off, which meant that at 6:15 I was up and at 'em, getting my ducks in order. Good morning, honey bear. On the way, we pit stopped at Maple Grove, this farmer's market that is absolutely adorable. They have all these fun beverages and teas, produce as fresh as it gets, chips, popcorn, and I mean every single possible flavor of popcorn, syrups and sauces, baked goods, fresh berries, fresh eggs that you know are fresh because they aren't refrigerated. I got some cookies. Their peanut butter cookies are my treat of choice.
Walk if you want.
We were exhausted and spent all morning lounging, falling in and out of sleep on the couch. The definition of a slow morning. I sipped on a latte, read my book, and dozed off every couple minutes. I made coffee, aka I pushed down this thing on the whatever this is called that Henry prepped. It was fun, but I can't say I'm a fan of filtered coffee. I need it creamy and I need it sweet. Henry? Is this type of coffee always a bit watery? Very watery. We spent a lot of time outside by the pool, trying to tan, but being much too cold to take off the layers necessary to do so. I ended up just falling asleep in a blanket on the lounge chair, so that was that.
Chop, chop.
This pot ready.
I love that farm.
It's pretty.
This is a good new farm.
New farm. Highlight of the summer. Festival in the farmland. It's so pretty out, just chilly. See sun. Is it pesto?
Yeah.
Let's split the room. This side first. You ready?
Oh my god. Okay, jump in already.
Started off the morning after with a dip and some fresh air. It was Father's Day, so we prepared a nice brunch featuring lots of goodies.
Okay, guys.
Gonna go by the pool. I spent the morning reading and taking in what I did not know at the time would be way too much sun. Like I mentioned, I'm reading This Mournable Body by Tsitsi Dagaremga. It's such an extraordinary book. The novel begins by placing its narrator outside her own body with the second-person narration style. You replaces the I in every sentence as we learn about Tambutsai's life in Zimbabwe. She starts out at a women's hostel where she's constantly threatened with eviction due to her age. She eventually finds lodging in a widow's home where she spends her days mulling over her failed life, failed projects, and her failure to put her degree to use and send back money to her family, as well as her failure to form a family of her own, to find a husband and use her womb. She works as a school teacher until she beats a student half to death and goes to rehabilitation and finds a job that gives her more purpose. But there's always this underlying feeling that the upwards mobility she dreams of attaining is totally out of reach because she's a woman or because other women are succeeding. Contempt for other successful women eats away at her, while constant reminders of women's inferiority and vulnerability in her society are thrown in her face. The quote-unquote you narrational structure reflects her bitterness for life and her self-loathing, as every sentence takes the form of an accusation, making it seem like she's condemning every action she poses. Ultimately, this book tells the story of a woman who somewhat abandons her family in hopes of making it, and who lives through the pains and hardships of turning her back on her culture and her people when she gets close to what she's always wanted. This book was very moving. As much as I was rooting for her, the tone is so negative. It's hard to imagine things could ever turn around for her. It's definitely hard being in the corner of someone whose negativity permeates the pages you read, but nevertheless, it is enthralling to have no idea what awaits you at every turn of the page. Tambutsai is unpredictable, and her spurts of motivation and determination as a single woman with big dreams, despite her pessimism, is commendable at the least. I definitely recommend. Reading outside is so beautiful and warm and sunny and peaceful. It's the perfect reading environment. It's quiet. We're gonna leave to go back to Toronto in a bit. Chilling in the backyard. I've spent all morning in this very spot. I have been reading This Mournable Body. I'm really enjoying it. We had such a nice morning, little Father's Day brunch. We're gonna celebrate Father's Day at my house this week. Feels so bad to be missing it. Yeah, it's okay. And I've just been hanging out outside since it's so sunny and so warm. I need to prioritize doing this way more often. We're gonna head back to Toronto in a bit. But yeah, yesterday was New Farm, little festival almost in Creemore. It's super small, very family, neighbors and stuff like that. It's really sweet. There were all these food booths with incredible food, pasta, tomato, tartare, tacos, and drinks. And it was just so fun to meet a bunch of new people and meander. And the Strumbellas played, which I didn't know any of their music, but it was very wholesome. That was really fun. Cannot see anything. Back in the city, we ran some errands, so I made a matcha for the road. We went to Shoppers to pick out some skincare for H. La Roche-Posay is my reco to anyone looking for affordable, clean, high-quality skincare. It's tested and recommended to chemo patients, and it has an incredible clean beauty rating. Of course, I spilled matcha all over myself as well. This is the dress, the dinner dress. I'm so stupid, and I did not wear sunscreen for whatever reason, and it was like 7 UV, so I'm burnt to a crisp. Today's been a slow day. Went on a couple walks, took in the nice weather. I look like a lobster. My skin, when it's cold and windy, I'm like, there's no way the sun is gonna do anything, but deep down I know it will. And so here we are. Go have a kombucha, have a nice evening. Yeah.
How do I turn this off? Ah!
I'm so burnt.
Want to try my facial moisturizer?
It's not bad.
Yeah, but it's just.
Even people your age there.
Come on.
I just know like what to like ask.
I want to try. Oh, my juice. No, you're done.
Give it a mix.
We're gonna wave here.
Apple, spinach, kale.
Go to the gas station for treats and you get apple spinach.
lettuce.
That is disgusting.
It was such a lovely weekend, and the following week was the best also, so stay tuned for part 2.